What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buccaneers franchise, episode 32. We are officially in season 3 of the rebuild. And honestly, guys, I'm really happy with how the offseason worked itself out. Even though the offseason itself wasn't very dramatic or crazy, I'm really liking the direction of the team right now. We're building youth. We're moving on from older contracts. And we are slowly but surely transforming this team into something that I want to see. You know, we bring in Dahlman at center to replace Jensen. Dahlman is by no means a game changer on the line, but we did draft Alec Patterson, who has a chance to be that game changer. We know he can play inside, outside. He can play everywhere on the line, honestly. To see him grow will be awesome. And then, of course, we bring in Tyler Chambers, the quarterback we have been looking at for months to bring onto this team. And yes, I fixed up the rookies. I made them look a little different. I don't like when the heads don't match the bodies, okay? And his head was too small, so I had to change his face. I did some work on the rest of the teams in the file. I went through the teams that changed ownership or changed coaching and made sure that their defense matched their scheme and things like that, like the outside linebackers getting moved to defensive ends or vice versa. I did all that stuff. And now we are in preseason, and we're ready to take on the Raiders for our first matchup of the year. The defense did not change a whole lot. We really just moved on from a veteran, and we promoted from within for Anthony Moore. Played a little musical chairs on the defensive line with Timmy Baker and Derek Green, and then moved on from a couple of guys who I think were very helpful for us last year in Quez Watkins and, of course, Isaiah Rodgers. But I think the moves we made to get rid of them are going to help us in the long term. Paul Bronson is a star in the making. I can feel it. He's got what it takes. He can be a nickel corner for us for a very long time. I even like the addition of Nick Cross, even though it's not a home run free agency signing. He's a young safety with plenty of upside still, but we still have questions to answer. Two of them on our defense this year is Jermaine Johnson, who is up for his contract. His rookie deal is over. We rejected his 5th-year offer, so this year we have to make a choice on him. Are we re-signing? Are we moving on? Kalijah Cansey had a great rookie season with us. Last year, not so much. Not sure if the scheme messed with him or what the case was, but he just did not seem to make as much noise in the run game or the pass game for us. He came on late, had a couple of sacks, but early on in the season, he was pretty much non-existent. Timmy Baker, on the other hand, sort of forced his way onto the field because of his play, and that is why we made the move to put Baker at left end and move Derek Green up to a more edge rusher type approach, because I think that's better for his type of play going forward. And offensively, we're going to go back to the young guys again. We had Quez Watkins. He had a great season for us, but I still felt bad for Trey Palmer because he showed some serious flashes in his rookie season, and he still has plenty of chances to show that he deserves a spot here within the starting unit. So we're going to have him going. We'll have Nathan Givens going. We drafted Nick Smith, the speed demon receiver. I can't wait to see what he does in preseason. So I'm really excited about where this team is heading right now. And there's not a whole lot for us to go over before we get to the preseason game. So we'll just go and check out the Raiders, and we'll go from there. So the Raiders had quite a bit of shakeup. They moved on from Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, not really. He's just the backup now. But they brought in Zach Wilson, the former Jets quarterback, and he is going to be their starter going into the season. I don't think the Raiders really wanted to have to go with Zach Wilson, but they did not want to pass up on drafting this potential generational talent in Nathan Solomon, and I really cannot blame them. Solomon was the top guy from day one in the draft process, and he continued to be that. And luckily for them, the Rams decided that they wanted an edge rusher instead of a receiver. And when a guy like Solomon drops to you with your position at 2, you have to take him. And the Raiders did just that. They passed on the quarterbacks that were available, like Roper and Chambers, of course, and they went with the stud receiver, 6'5", 232, 91 speed. He is going to be special for them. And they really did need it. You know, I mean, Adams is great, but he's 32. Myers is sort of that he's good but not great type of receiver. He definitely cannot be the number 1, I don't believe, at this point in his career. Hunter Renfrow, already 29. He is not a guy that you want to be relying on for your number 1. So Solomon was the right choice for them. And of course, their focal point with a guy like Zach Wilson will probably still be Josh Jacobs, which is not surprising in the slightest. Jacobs is an absolute monster, and he will be somebody that they rely on this season for sure. They also brought in Dalton Devine last year. He's a second-year running back, more of a power back type role, not as in between like Jacobs is. We might see him a little bit today along with Zamir White. At tight end, Michael Mayer is the guy, third-year tight end. And the offensive line, I'm not sure what they're doing here. They seem to be just drafting every lineman they could find because they have Colton Miller, who, while he is, I mean, he's not old for a lineman. 29 is not that old for a lineman these days. A lot of times you see guys like Trent Williams and whatnot, they're playing until they're 35, 36, 37. Not everybody can do that, but 29 is not something where it's like, holy crap, we need to change this guy. We can't keep using him, right? You can run these guys 33, 34 in this day and age. But what they're doing is just drafting tackles. I mean, they have Dylan Parham here, Andre James in the middle. Cole Polk is a guy they drafted last year who I believe was one of their top picks. Yeah, he was their first round pick last year. And then here they drafted Devin McGrath, who was their first round pick. No, their second round pick this year. And it looks like they drafted a tackle last year too in Chris Bond. So they are just completely stacking up at linemen. I'm not sure if they plan on moving some guys around. Maybe I'll do that for them. I don't know. But right now they're sort of overpopulated at the tackle position. And maybe they should have spent some of that on defense, because Greg Gaines right now is their starting at left end, and Bilal Nichols is their starter on the right side. They did draft Johnny Tomlinson a year ago, and he's not a guy that has really built up anything too serious. He looks more like a rotational player, or, you know, some type of relief player. And then their D tackle situation is very bad. Tristan Hill, 71 overall. Max Crosby, of course, at the outside linebacker. In the middle, nobody. Amari Burney and Samuel Matthews, a rookie they just drafted this year, but neither of these guys should be starting on an NFL roster. And then Tyree Wilson on the other side. Nate Hobbs and Michael Carter, who was just signed in free agency, if I'm not mistaken, is the 1 and 2 at corner, with Jacorian Bennett in the slot, Marcus Epps starting at free safety, and Trayvon Morig at strong safety. So this defense is definitely not their strong suit, and they're really being held up by Max Crosby. Really, I mean, that's the lone starter of this defense. We're like, holy crap, this guy is going to be causing problems for us. So not sure what the Raiders' plans were in the offseason, but I do not think that they really hit the nail on the head for a lot of these positions, because there was still defenders available in the second round when they drafted McGrath. They could have went with a defensive player in the beginning of the draft. However, I do understand the want to draft Nathan Solomon, so I can't really fault them there. But the defense is definitely something that is going to falter, and with a quarterback like Zach Wilson, you can't rely on your offense to overshadow or to overcompensate for your lackluster defense, and it could lead to some bad things for them this season. I already did the practice and the training camp stuff for the team. We went with inside run on both sides for this game. I just want to, for one, I want to see what we can do with our run game again this season and keep things simple for Chambers in his first action. But I also want to make sure that we're trying to keep Josh Jacobs in check for the Raiders. So we just went run on both sides. And out comes Tyler Chambers for his first game action as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback. I'm hoping that we have ourselves a solid opening drive here to get some confidence in our young quarterback here. 1st and 10. Chambers is going to take the snap. It's play action. He's going to look right away, and he finds James Blake open for 12 yards. Nice first play there. Just a quick, easy throw. Get a rhythm going here. 1st and 10, hand it off to White. And White trying to get through the hole there, but they plugged that up nicely. Nowhere to run, and Smith is the one to bring him down. 2nd and 9. Single back look. And we're going to throw out of it. Chambers, quick one over the middle. It's Godwin, quick catch. And we'll get him out to the 41, setting up a nice 3rd and short. We're going to stay in this single back look here. Let's see if we go to the ground again. No, we're going to throw it again, and Chambers finding Otten underneath for a 1st down. Another handoff. White cuts it back, and he'll find 3 yards. Another handoff for White, trying to get outside, but there is too many defenders for our lone pulling guard to block, and it's not going to come up with much. And now we find ourselves in another third down situation. Play action over the middle. Otten again, and he's down to the 35. Another third down conversion as Chambers opening up 4 for 4 for 40 yards. Quick throw again underneath. It's Palmer, and he is down inside the 30. Pickup of 8. Right now, I'm liking the rhythm. We are getting the ball out quickly. He's getting it to his reads, and things have been working well for us so far. Chambers back, going. Godwin again connecting with him at the 10, and he drags the defenders down to the 5. 6 for 6 on the opening drive of this preseason game. Now let's see if we can finish it off with a touchdown. Handoff, Samuel right up the gut. Nobody touched him. Easy touchdown to start the season. And now it is time for our defense to see the field for the first time as Zach Wilson under center, sending Solomon in motion up top. Gonna throw out of it. Quick throw, easy completion to Mayer, the tight end, out to the 46. Well, we know that if there's anything on this team that we are lacking in, it is still defense. We are still developing there. Nice play up front there, and oh no, Jacobs is down. First carry of the day, and he's already hurt. That is not good for Las Vegas, but we know that our defense is not where we want it to be. We have some good playmakers, but we still have a lot of growing to do. And it's the same with the Raiders defense as we just talked about. So this could end up being a game where we see quite a bit of big plays as Devine, the second year back, takes it for a big run down to the 43. They'll go right back to him. Same play, but this time Ryan Neal says, no, thank you. You are going down, and he gets him down after just a short 2-yard pickup. Why they ran the same exact play is a little mind-boggling to me, and luckily our defense caught on to it quickly enough. Play action. Wilson under pressure, and he's going to go down. Vita Vea putting the hit on him back at the 48. We collapsed the pocket from both sides, and Wilson really had nowhere to go. He couldn't even get out of the pocket in time to try to throw it away. It leads to a big loss. Now on 3rd and 19, they need a big play, but he's under pressure again, pitches it forward, and it's Josh Jacobs who is back in the game, but it goes for no gain, and we're going to get the punt. And here we go, back on offense. Tyler Chambers had an excellent opening drive, not missing a single pass. Gonna take the snap again, looking underneath. He's got Blake once again, and he's up across the 40. Chambers, quick throw, dangerous throw at that. But luckily, Chris Godwin comes back to the ball and makes the catch. But that almost could have been an interception. That was a bad throw right there from the rookie. Play action rollout. Chambers looking underneath. He's got Blake, but the defense sniffed that one out quickly. And it's going to actually push us back a yard, it looks like. 3rd and 7 now. We have a little bit of a bunch split out wide to the right. Chambers under pressure, hit as he throws, and he goes down to the ground, incomplete. Wilson takes the snap to open up the second drive, takes a shot as he releases, and he finds Jacoby Meyer across the bottom of the route there. A quick gain of 4 yards. Another snap, quick throw again, and it's dropped. Davante Adams just straight up dropped it. That is not something you see very often. Davante Adams, one of the best receivers in the game, dropping an open pass, and then Wilson runs right into Frankie Louvu, and once again, a sack destroys the drive, and we're going to get another punt. We're going to get the ball at midfield to start our 3rd drive. Chambers looking short, and he finds Wharton, who was off to the sideline, just sort of standing there. We'll get 6 yards on the play. And that is the guy right there. I'm really hoping that Chambers can find a groove with is Taylor Wharton. Uh-oh, blitz coming. Chambers gets rid of it just in time, and he finds Godwin down to the 30. He stood in that pocket and he delivered a very nice ball with Max Crosby breathing down his neck. I like it. Last play of the first quarter. It's a handoff to White, and he is down to the 20, make it the 19, and Wharton is now hurt. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, which means now it's backup city. Huntley comes in. He takes a snap and immediately throws it away. Here on second, Huntley takes the snap. He's looking to the end zone. It's incomplete. Very quickly, we get to third down. Huntley, push out of the pocket. He's going to run with it. And he gets tracked down by Young, and it's going to be a field goal coming from us to finish this drive. Here we go. First snap again for the Raiders, and finally a completion. As it is completed to Matt Bolden, one of the other rookie receivers on this team. The Raiders went all out with rookie receivers. They had 3 of them on the roster and then 2 more from the season prior, as Garoppolo throws it away. So they are definitely looking to transition this wide receiver room to the future, and there's no better man to start that with than Nathan Solomon. But Matt Bolden, one of those guys, he could end up being a nice 3 or 4 for the team. Not sure if he'll be able to grow into a 2. Oh my God, look at that big pass up the middle, and he's gone. What a play. It's Zamir White running a little halfback fly route out of the backfield. Nobody picked him up, and Jimmy G able to find him right through the seam. Bad pursuit angles from the newly signed Nick Cross, and that is going to be a Raiders touchdown. What a way to strike back after having pretty bad opening game. And now after this lead is back down to just 3. Raiders coming off of a good drive last time to shrink this lead down to just a field goal, and now they're going to come back out after getting a stop on defense as Garoppolo fires underneath to Thomas. Oh, we send heat, and oh, look at that big play. It's picked off, and it's Emmitt Thomas, the second-year corner, taking it back for the touchdown. The heat that we sent put Jimmy G off of his set, forcing a bad throw. And our young corner was there to capitalize on the opportunity. And look at that. All that. 2 defenders come flying through. He's like, I got to get rid of it. And Thomas saw it from the beginning. Excellent job by the second-year man to get our lead back up to 10, as this extra point makes it 17-7. Raiders on offense again. And he throws another interception. That one to Paul Bronson. So we get the pick 6. We then trade punts with the Raiders. The Raiders come back out, and on the first throw, throws it directly to Paul Bronson in the slot. Morgan in motion. Hand off to Samuel. He tries to get outside. He will. Breaks off of the first defender and jumps over the other defender for the first. And now Samuel's hurt. What is happening here, guys? We lost Wharton in the first, and now Samuel is hurt. Gotta get this stuff under control here. Huntley over the middle. Completion. Yes, and it's Nick Smith, the rookie burner, getting his first action. He'll catch it for 15. And the man you see there at 17 in the slot, that's JoJo Dawkins. Oh, never mind. There goes Huntley. He's going to take it himself. I'll tell you about him later. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Interceptions carrying us in this game. Raiders back on offense after the break, and they'll hand it off to Devine for a quick pickup of 5 yards. I feel like there's not a lot of this game that you guys are going to see, and it's going to seem very erratic of gameplay. But I don't know what else to do. Tucker over the middle, out to the 34. Nice gain there. He's getting into it a little bit with Duke Shelley. But it's just been a very strange day for both sides since the backups have come in. Oh, wow. That was a horrible throw. I mean, you couldn't throw it worse than that. There wasn't a Raider there. He just threw it right to Dennis, and Dennis just couldn't catch it. Looking for the screen. He's got it. Devine cannot get past the last defender. So it's going to stay third down, 3rd and 4. Garoppolo over the middle. Got him, man. And it is Matt Bolden, I believe. Yes, it is. Matt Bolden over the middle will finally get the Raiders a conversion. So after the first down, a run went nowhere, and then a pass was completed backwards, and now we're at 3rd and 11, and Duke Shelley gets the sack, and it's picked up by Dennis, who's off to the races. 10-5 touchdown, our 2nd defensive touchdown of the day, 3rd turnover, and we're gonna push this lead to 31-10. Here we go, 1st and 10 for Huntley, and he throws an interception again to Spencer. And this time, Spencer takes it back to the house. 2 picks for Derek Spencer, back-to-back, and the Raiders trying to claw their way back into this one after both quarterbacks just not having a very good day. Huntley pushed out, lets it go. He throws another one. Are you there's no way. Where in the world did all of this craziness come from? We have not seen interceptions like that in quite some time. 3 apiece for both sides. As Ian Thomas, how did he get past that? What? I swear to God he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, we're gonna challenge that one for sure. That looked a little sus to me. And no, they don't overturn it. I swear to God, that man stepped out of bounds. That was weird. 1st and goal now, empty set. Garoppolo, quick little strike, goes incomplete. Blitz was coming off the side. Forced him to get rid of it earlier than I think he wanted to. Now 2nd and goal with Devine in the backfield, I formation. Handoff, a nice little stutter step, and he'll get 3. They got one-on-one outside. Garoppolo wanted to go right, but it didn't work out. Comes back to the left side for Tucker. And he's going to have to come all the way out to the 5 to catch that one, and it goes nowhere. And now the Raiders are going to take another field goal. I don't even know how many drives I've skipped, honestly, at this point anymore. This game has been so boring. Ever since the starters left, it's been so boring. There has been you guys have seen turnovers and maybe a couple of sacks at this point. Trying to figure out how I'm going to edit this to be entertaining later. And, oh, that's great. There we go. You guys will probably see this one. Safe to say it's been a very rough day for the quarterbacks since the backups have come in. Yeah, very, very tough. Nice pass break up there from Nick Cross. Working against a tight end too, so I like to see that. 2nd and 10. Every quarterback sucks today. It's been horrible to watch. We'll get like one play like that, and then 3 or 4 straight where it's just throwing it away or throwing almost interceptions. It's been rather pleasant, and I do not mean that. Play action, Garoppolo under pressure, and yeah, he threw it away. Look at that, another field goal. 1st and 10, a handoff as Samuel comes back into the game. First time we're seeing him since the opening of the 2nd quarter when he got hurt. Was that the 1st quarter? Can't remember. Either way, we have not seen him in a while as he takes the handoff there and gets it out to the 40. So some nice running there. 6 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown for him. He's been one of the lone bright spots we've had today. Oh, the rookie Barr breaking free, and he's going to take it the distance. A little spin off of the initial contact, and he's gone. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why you sometimes draft for speed and things that you just don't find in every player, because he showed the speed on that run for sure. Look at that spin through the hole and then just outruns everybody to the end zone. Incredible play. And over the middle, another one. And that one, was that Duke Shelley? Yes, it is. 5 interceptions on the day. Wow. I mean, 5 turnovers, not interceptions. 4 turnovers and a fumble. As Taquan Samuel takes it forward. Another handoff to Barr. And he gets it down to the 40. So Barr might end up being a pretty nice piece we added. I did not expect to see that big run out of him. Hand off to him again. And ooh, he's tracked down quickly. And we should be able to run this down to, yeah, We should be able to get this under 40 seconds, and this should be the last play of the game. There we go. We'll take the snap. I would have just ran it. Throws it short to Durham, who gets the first down, stays in bounds, and that is going to end the day. So, a very ugly win. Well, at least for our offense. Defense played phenomenal. They had 4 turnovers, or 4 interceptions and a fumble for 5 total turnovers. Tyler Chambers looked good on his couple of series. So overall, I'm happy with it. Well, after that performance, I'm not surprised to see that Emmett Thomas has himself an upgrade. So let's go and see what he is going to get. I think I want to go zone here for him because that's what he's lacking. So we're going to go zone, and hopefully he gets a +3. That would be perfect. He gets a +2, not bad. +1 to awareness and play rec. Timmy Baker is also going to get an upgrade, and we're going to go power rusher for him. Somehow he went down in an overall. I don't know how that makes sense, but okay. Anthony Moore is going to get one. That's important. And I think we are going to do... I want to sort of work on his run stopper because looking at his ratings, he needs work on block shedding and hit power and tackling, I think, more than he does his coverage skills. So I want to go with run blocker for this one. See if we can get some good stuff. +3 to tackle. Okay. I was hoping for some more stuff, but okay, we'll take it. And then Paul Bronson. And he himself is pretty balanced, but we are still trying to get that zone up. So we're going to go zone on this one. And hopefully we can rebalance that out. +1 to awareness, press, tackle, and +2 to zone. Not bad. And that is the first episode of season 3 in the bag. I think we're gonna do, like, honestly, guys, I don't even know how much of that game you guys saw. It was a bunch of interceptions. It was a good opening drive from Tyler Chambers. We had some good plays in the beginning, and then after that, it was so sporadic that I don't even know how I'm gonna edit this thing yet. But it was so bad to watch. I don't know if there was an update that really changed everything, or if I just had a fluke game where there was interceptions galore. But I want to sort of do some testing for these next couple of games to see if there's anything that I have to adjust to the sliders. I really hope not, man. At this point, with it being February, there should not be any reason to have major slider changes anymore. But Madden is Madden, so I'm going to do some testing with this next game. And I don't know, man. I think maybe we might just go straight to the season. We'll start with our next episode with cutting it down to the final 53 and then go into week 1, I think, maybe. That might be the best option. So I will figure that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before you leave, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing if you have not already, and turning on that bell notification. And I will see you guys next time.